I'll give you the slide. So these are the steps. First step is we need to clean the surface. Let's say we are having a one specimen. Here we are having a specimen, and we'll check that what kind of surface depositions are there. So this is actually a piece of pipe. I have taken it. So maybe if it is within the composition or within the application, maybe a dirt or any kind of pigments they are there on the surface. So we need to remove them. And as we already talked about, water may be the one of the best solvent material. So we can use such kind of material. We can use water as a very good solvent. So what we can do, we can clean it by, we can say right now we can do it with a cotton bud. If you are depositing, if you are dipping into water, and now if it is wet material, then I can clean it. We need to clean it thoroughly and nicely so that it should not possess any grease or dirt particle on that. So now after removing all such kind of dirt, we are having a very clean surface available in this particular specimen. Now you want to do the testing part. What was the second step? After cleaning or preparing the surface, we need to apply penetrant material. So here I have a penetrant material. I'll talk about it, what kind of penetrant material I have used over here. Purposefully I have made a crack over here so that we can identify the presence of it. But if it is not visible directly, then the penetrant material will give us indication. So let's apply the penetrant material over the surface, and here I am having a aerosol spray. So I am sprinkling it over the surface. So now it is available. It is applied on a surface. Excess penetrant is there, so we can again remove that excess penetrant with the help of cotton or any other. Right now it is not needed to dissolve this material into any other kind of material, so we don't need any material or liquid which is dissolving this particular penetrant. Now this penetrant is removed from the surface, excess penetrant is removed. Now what we need to do, we need to sprinkle the developing material, and I have chosen as a developing material, this is a turmeric powder available in our home. So if I am sprinkling it, you can see that turmeric, it's a yellow color, but indication is available. So now if you see that portion, a particular portion having a red particular region, indication is there, the red portion is having a crack there, and the remaining one is yellow one. So the material having a flow or specimen is having a crack there, that we can identify the flow over here, and the indication is available. The remaining portion will appear as I have not spreaded it into the whole region, but if you sprinkle it everywhere, then the remaining region will remain yellow, but the crack will be coming out, or it will come out with a bright color, bright red color. So this is what we can do it in a, we can say, liquid penetrant test. Now this is the method by which we are able to identify the crack. Now what is the next step we need to do? That we need to identify and we need to make a report. So if we measure the dimensions and all that, now after measuring the dimensions and the position of the crack and the size of the crack, we can identify, we can give us the thing, what kind of crack is there in the report. We make the report and the report is available. But now we, as it's NDT, non-destructive testing, we need to make the specimen as it is. So what we need to do, again we are going to use material that which is going to we can say clean the surface, and after cleaning the surface should be same as it was previously. So now after removing this penetrant material as well as developer material from the surface, the specimen will become normal as it was. So by this method we can test the material specimens by NDT, non-destructive testing method. Now let me tell you the material I have used. These are not we can say a very industrial application kind of material. This is a small indicator or natural indicator I have studied in a lower standard that I remember, and from that I identified this application. in our home we are having a washing soda, so we can make a solution of that washing soda. That will be the penetrant material. As we dissolve into water, now it will have we can say a very nice adhesive property, capillarity it will show. So we can make it out a solution of that. We can spread it on the surface of the specimen or the pipe or any where you want to test. And then we are having a turmeric. So the reaction between washing soda and turmeric, a natural indicator, they will show the color change. Normally turmeric is a yellow color, so when it reacts with the washing soda, it will get converted into red portion. So what we have done in this particular experiment or testing method, we have sprinkled the washing soda liquid on the surface. We removed the excess penetrant material. So now the small volume or small amount of washing soda is available still in the crack, and as we sprinkle the turmeric powder on the specimen, wherever there was a presence of that washing soda was there, the reaction occurred, and due to that we are able to identify the color. So by this simple method we can observe this, and same way you can use the other indicators also to identify. But in industry we are having a specialized such kind of material. It's nothing to worry about. The material, they are available in a market. We just have to identify the best material, best penetrant material, best developer material, and good solvent to implement for our application. Once you identify that, you can use it in your testing method or your testing manner. So this is the whole and soul of this particular two method, visual inspection and liquid penetrant. Now we'll continue with that, but for the next part we will talk about radiography and the other methods. Okay, thank you very much.